Howdy, y'all. It's Thomas Ruse Bazar with the Poet Warriors, speaking at you with a southern accent. I hope it's believable. I hope it's legitimate. Okay, let's drop that. Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk a little bit about guerrilla filmmaking, not Gorilla. Those wonderful creatures out in, the planet Earth. But I'm talking about Guerilla, that type of filmmaking, which I experienced intensely and fully a couple weeks ago when I went to Italy and I worked with my co-conspirator, co-pain in the ass, co-collaborator, Gabriel Capaldi, in the center of Italia, Italy, where we shot a film. And of course, we talked about it. We didn't really plan too much. We just said, hey, we're going to shoot a film. We're going to do this script that I wrote for the stage, which I've done on stage, called Stasis. It was named something else when we did it. And we actually reimagined it to a futuristic parable, changed the script up, shot a film which we think will be about 30 minutes to 45 minutes in length, short film. And we did it in the course of a week, 7 intense days, 8 intense days, maybe shorter. And it was the first time I've done something like that on location, just Gabriel and I. He did a lot of the filmmaking, the filming. We had a camera, we had a tripod, we had the equipment, the audio stuff, very bare bones. Of course, we kind of threw costumes together for these characters that fit the piece. And we went on location in that area where he lived was waterfalls, streams, rivers, mountains. The weather changed from moment to moment, from broken clouds, sunny, beautiful. You're surrounded by mountains and green, to thunderstorms and pouring and cold and dreary. I mean, it was crazy, and it fit what we did perfectly. And what I learned about this was how film acting really captivated me in a way that stage acting hasn't, because of the intensity of it. The hey, we need to shoot this, get this shot. We have 15 minutes. We're running out of battery, because if we run out of battery, it's going to put our whole schedule back. It's going to ruin our schedule. We might not get the shot then. And being able to deliver in that moment with one take, making sure everything's set up. I mean, a lot is riding on it, and it was very cool. Not everything was like that, but, trekking through a cold freaking river to get, some shots. Doing some filming and thinking, hey, that day of filming went very well. Going back to the studio, checking out the footage, the audio didn't work. There are curveballs constantly thrown at you, mainly technical. I think, I can't speak for Gabriel, but for myself, being able to take a script, rewrite it, reimagine it with just intensity and purpose, and seeing it through. Now, right now, we're in the editing process for the next few months. I didn't spend too much time like Gabriel did. He was kind of the behind the scenes guy and also an actor. And I directed, I did playwriting, I mean, the screenwriting, I acted. So we kind of had a equal, both of us had equal, how should I say, responsibilities in this. He definitely had more of the technical responsibilities, which could be a little bit stressful. I understand that. But shooting on location, there was not one other soul in this area where we shot, except for this one last scene that we did on this really old, decayed, old, when I talk old bridge, I'm talking hundreds of years old bridge. And this gentleman was coming on a bike down the path, and it was our last scene. And it was our last moment, and here we are. We have, our tricks of the trade, our props and stuff. And he's like, we had fatigues on and stuff like that because of the characters we were playing. And he was like thinking, what in the hell? So he just went on his merry way. But that was the first time there was anybody else for 7 days, which is pretty rare. We found a spot in the world. where we shot our film on location in Italy, in the wild, in the raw, in the rough, not raw like wah 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 raw,
Whoa, whoa, woo, whoa, woo.
but raw in terms of natural beauty, which is going to play heavily into the film that we shot. Yeah, I mean, guerrilla filmmaking is there are a lot of there are mistakes, there's highs, there's lows, there's frustrations, there's elation. It was quite a mix, but when we actually finished our filming and we celebrated that last night, and upon reflection and upon reflecting now, I would have to say it was one of the most fulfilling, intensely creative, collaborative experiences I've ever had, and I'm looking forward to see the final product after the editing, which is, major part of the process. That rhythm that you find after filming all this, you have to kind of piece it together and find the rhythm of the film. But I highly recommend. And we had just we didn't have the top line equipment, but we had decent equipment. Of course, if we have more money in the future and we can invest in more, we can be a little bit more ambitious with that. But yeah, pick up a camera, get a couple of actors together, get some folks together, go shoot a film, change the world. Peace.
Mmm.
Tasty.